My Destined 1, Tensura x Arifureta by Void Kane. Ch 30. Hajime became Papa. The group was in a line to enter the city of Foreign. Hajime was lying on the hood of the car. Chloe, Shia and Yu were talking to their new member, Tio. Rimuru was leaning against the car with Sakura next to him. They were drawing a lot of attention from the people around because of the vehicle and the pretty girls. Hey, Shia. Hajime got down from the hood and called out to Shia. She approached with a tearful expression and he spoke. You don't have to wear that necklace anymore. We've already drawn enough attention and we don't need to hide anymore. The necklace Hajime spoke of was a metal necklace similar to a slave's necklace. This was because a non-slave demi-human would draw a lot of attention, but now they didn't need to hide. After killing an army of 60,000 in the city of they were pretty famous. It was 600,000, but no one knows because the bodies of the clones disappeared after Cardenas died. Mainly because Hajime made a speech before the battle that said something about their group being the sword of the goddess of fertility. That would make it difficult for the church to label them as heretics. Shia looked at her necklace and spoke timidly. No, you don't have to. Why not? I thought you hated it. It's just that it was the first thing Hajime-san gave me and it shows that I'm from Hajime-san. She was red and her ears were twitching in shame. I see. At least let's make it prettier. Hajime put his hand on the necklace and transmuted its metallic appearance to look prettier. Shia looked happy. At this moment a voice interrupted. Gushin-sama. I would like you to put a slave necklace on me. Tio spoke up, interrupting the good time Hajime and Shia were having. Hajime slapped Tio, which caused her to lay panting on the ground. Ha-ah, getting a punishment like that. What a ruthless master. Hajime-san, thank you. This way I'll look prettier on our date, ehehe. Shia looked happy. The date she was referring to was a thank you from Hajime for her saving Aiko. If Shia hadn't interfered, Aiko would have been hit in the head and died. Rimuru could resuscitate her, but the others didn't know that. Rimuru was leaning against the car with his hand on Sakura's waist. Chloe was making room as she had made a lap pillow for Rimuru the whole trip. Rimuru was pointing out some peculiarly shaped clouds when, "Hey brat, give me that girl." A coarse-looking man approached and yelled at Rimuru demanding Sakura. The man tried to grab Sakura's arm and Rimuru thought it would be a pain in the ass to deal with, so he activated Demon Lord Haki. When he activated, the man who was about to grab Sakura fell on his butt on the ground and collapsed in fear. The people who were staring at the girls stopped staring. So did the merchants staring at the car. A commotion started over the man passed out on the road and a town guard arrived. What's going on here? He asked and Rimuru replied. That guy was trying to kidnap my fiancé, so I gave him a scare. We are the victims here. Sakura blushed at Rimuru calling her bride. Even if you say that. The guard wanted to comment that this scare might have been a bit much, not least because the man was passed out and his pants were wet, but the witnesses confirmed Rimuru's story. The guard then asked, "Are you Hajime, Rimuru, you, Shia, and Sakura?" "Yes. That's right. How do you know?" "The branch director told us to let you guys through. He said you would be in a metal carriage." He spoke looking at the car. The group agreed to go and were guided to the branch. A receptionist guided them to Ilwa's office and there he was. Ilwa greeted Will and told him to look for his parents. Then Hajime said, "You will keep the agreement, right?" Ilwa sat up and answered, "Yes. First I will promote you to gold rank adventurers. That will help with a lot of things. I also brought several status plates for you here. I don't know why you want extra plaques either, but here they are. Of course I'll take a look at your status and as agreed I won't reveal anything." Okay. The reason Rimuru asked for extra status plates was in case they found some new companion that they didn't have. Like Hinata for example. Ilwa handed out status plaques to the girls. Rimuru tinkered with Chloe's but couldn't tinker with the name, level, class, and age categories. Ilwa picked up the plates and was wearing cold. What the pack is? That. His reaction was normal, not least because. Name. Tio Chloris. Age, 563 years old. Gender, female. Class. Guardian level. 89 strength. 770, dragon form. 4.620. Vitality. 1.100. Dragon Form. 6.600 Endurance. 1.100. Dragon Form. 6.600. Agility. 580. Dragon Form. 3.480 Magic Power. 4.590 Magic Resistance. 4.220. Abilities: Dragon Form, Dragon Scales. 8. Increased Magic Efficiency, Increased Strength, Physics Rush, Wind Shield, Pain Conversion, Magic Manipulation, plus Magic Power Emission, plus Compression of Magic, ability with the element of Fire, plus Decrease in Magic Consumption, plus Increased Effect, plus Increased Duration, ability with the element of Wind, plus Decrease in Magic Consumption, plus Increased Effect, plus Increased Duration, Composite Magic. Name. Yu. Age. 323 years old. Gender. Female. Class. Sorceress, Miko. Level. 75 Strength. 120 Vitality. 300 Endurance. 60 Agility. 120. Magic Power. 6.908 Magic Resistance. 7.120 Abilities. Automatic Regeneration, plus Pain Control, Aptitude. With all elements Composite Magic, Magic Manipulation. Plus Emission of Power Magic, plus Magic Compression, plus Remote Control, plus Increase in Efficiency, plus Magic Absorption, Composition by Imagination. Plus Increase in Ability to Imagination. Plus Simultaneous Composition of more than 2 spells. Plus Delayed Summoning, Blood Conversion, plus Body Strengthening, plus Magic Conversion, plus Vitality Conversion, plus Magic Strengthening, plus Blood Pact, High Speed Magic Recovery, Magic of Creation, Magic of Gravity. Name. Shia Haulia. Age. 16 years old. Gender. Female. Class. Riddle Level. 40 Strength. 60, Maximum. 6.100. Vitality. 80, Maximum. 6.120 Endurance. 60, Maximum. 6.120. Agility. 85, Maximum. 6.125 Magic Power. 3.020 Magic Resistance. 3.180. Abilities: Premonition, plus Automatic Summoning, plus Assumption of the Future, Manipulation of Magic, plus Body Strength, plus Partial Strength, plus Increase in Conversion to Efficiency, plus Concentrated Strength, Gravity Magic. Name. Sakura. Age. 401 years old. Gender. Female. Class. Floral Artist. Level. 100 Blessing. Crest of the Void. Strength. 6.355. Vitality. 2.000 Endurance. 3.655 Agility. 9.857 Magic Power. 11.392. Magic Endurance. 11.392 Abilities: Aptitude with Nature, plus Mastery, Aptitude with Light, plus Mastery, Aptitude with Dual Wield, plus Mastery, Flora Creation, Magic Economy, Metamorphosis, Mana Materialization, Pink Color, Creation of Abilities, Flora and Light, Power by Appointment, Direct Mana Manipulation. Manipulation of Flora, Resistance to Physical Attacks, Resistance to Magical Attacks, Resistance to Spiritual Attacks, Spiritual Aptitude, Gravity Magic. Name. Chloe O. Albert. Age. 2111. Gender. Female. Class. True Hero. Level. Unmeasurable Blessing. Crest of the Void. Strength. 10.396. Vitality. 10.394 Stamina. 10.040 Agility. 10.398 Magic Power. 10.384. Magic Resistance. 10.0089. Abilities. Aptitude with all elements, Resistance against all elements, Physical Resistance, Complex Magic, Fencing, Herculean Strength, Teleportation, Foresight, High Speed Magic, Recovery, Presence, Detection, Magic Detection, Overcome Limit. These were all exorbitant numbers. Shia was a demi-human with magic. Tio and Yu had some abilities from races that had been extinct for centuries. The age of all of them was also super advanced. Sakura also had several strange abilities like metamorphosis, or skill creation. But the worst of all was Chloe, who was of a true hero class and was over 2,000 years old. Chloe's level wasn't even possible to measure either. Not only Ilwa, but even his assistant next to him was scared. Rimuru thought he did well to hide Chloe's real strength. If Ilwa saw the real numbers he would probably have a heart attack. Unfortunately he couldn't modify Chloe's class and age. The skills he put equal to those of Kuki, who was also a hero. A true hero? Yes. She is a true hero. You're not going to start asking questions, right? Rimuru spoke up to confirm. They had no agreement to tell Ilwa of their stuff. No, I keep my agreements. I was just a little shocked. Your group is probably stronger than the Apostles of God and any gold adventurer. You guys can go now. Sigh. They retreated from the room and went in search of an inn for the night. Filled circle, filled circle, filled circle. They rented rooms and Rimuru, Chloe and Sakura were eating in the inn restaurant. Hajime-san, the date. Shia spoke, looking down embarrassed. Yes. Let's go now. Is that okay with you? You? Yes, in return. In return? Hajime didn't understand her words. Yu licked her lips and spoke. Love me much more tonight. Hajime kissed her and agreed. Did you see Uncle San? Yu-san managed to create a mood even in this situation. I hope to be like her one day. Shia spoke dejectedly. Shia, do your best. Yu encouraged her and they left. Filled circle, filled circle, filled circle. While Hajime and Shia had a date, the others did some shopping and were now relaxing in a beautiful town square. Yu and Tio were drinking tea at an outdoor table. Rimuru and the girls were sitting at the water fountain that was in the center of the square. Rimuru-san. Look how tall I've gotten. Chloe climbed up on the fountain and struck a heroic pose. Rimuru looked at her with a gentle smile as he thought that even at 2,000 years old, some parts of Chloe were still a bit childish. Rimuru-san. Catch me. She jumped out of the fountain and Rimuru caught her like a princess. Ehehe. Maybe that was too childish, she said, looking down at her red cheeks. Rimuru kissed her. Mochu, I love all parts of Chloe as well as that childish part. Chloe turned red like a tomato and spoke softly. Me too. She settled on his chest with a happy expression. Tio and Yu were talking. Yu, aren't you afraid of this meeting? Tio asked, curious about Hajime and Shia's meeting. No, she spoke and sipped her tea. But what if she takes Gushin-sama from you? No, I don't care if Hajime has more women. I want Hajime to have more people to cherish. If Hajime loves other people, it doesn't matter. I know he will always love me too. Wouldn't you rather have him all to yourself? Don't you think you'll be miserable if Gushin-sama has more women? Yu took a sip of her tea again and pointed to the side. Look at them. There was Rimuru sitting on the edge of the fountain. He was stroking Chloe's head, which was on his chest. His other hand was holding Sakura's hand and she was drinking ice cream. Sakura had loved ice cream ever since she first had it and she took it whenever she could. Do they look unhappy? Yu was talking about Sakura and Chloe. No, Tio spoke, still watching the two. What about you, Tio? Are you going to try to have Hajime all to yourself? No, I am happy with Gushin-sama punishing me occasionally. Pervert. Kabom! A loud explosion was heard a few blocks east and everyone ran in the direction to find out what happened. Hajime. There was Shia and Hajime, who had a little girl on his shoulders. What happened? Long story short. We destroyed a criminal organization that was transporting slaves. Filled circle, filled circle, filled circle. Hajime and Shia were having a date. Shia was very excited and was walking ahead. When she realized that Hajime was far behind, she walked backwards, waiting for him to catch up with her. Hey, Shia, be careful not to fall. Hajime thought she might trip if she kept walking backwards. What are you talking about, Hajime-san? I'm not a child anymore. No need. She stumbled and Hajime caught her by the waist so she wouldn't fall. She wouldn't get hurt, but her panties would show and there were several men around. So Hajime helped her regain her balance. Thank you. She spoke, ashamed of being held by the waist. Shia's embarrassed appearance was so cute that some of the men around were holding their noses so the blood wouldn't escape. Others were passed out from hitting their partners. Look, Hajime-san. An aquarium, come on, come on. She pulled her hand into the aquarium and there they found an old acquaintance of Shia's. The talking fish Lehman. Hajime and Lehman chatted and became friendly. So much so that Hajime even helped Lehman escape back to the sea. Hajime and Shia had left the aquarium when Hajime stopped and gave a confused groan. Hajime-san? Shia was confused and asked what happened. My presence detected a faint presence below, probably a child. Below? A child in the sewer? Yes. Let's save her? Shia went ahead and they walked into a manhole cover. They reached the site of the presence and there was a child passed out. She had light green hair and fish ears. Dweller of the Sea. Dweller of the Sea were the only demi-human who were not hunted and hated by humans. They lived in a city in the middle of the sea and helped the humans with fishing, and in return the humans provided protection. So it was strange to have a girl from this tribe here. Hajime and Shia picked her up and gave her clean water, which was essential for a sea dweller. The little girl remained passed out and they carried her out. Filled circle. Shia and Hajime rented a room to hide the girl, for they did not know who might be after her. The little girl woke up and told her story. Her name was Myu and she was kidnapped by a criminal organization that trafficked in slaves. Slavery was forbidden in the kingdom. Myu managed to escape from the organization and had to cross a desert. This made her totally tired as she needed a lot of water a day. She arrived in Foreign, but before she found someone who could take her home. The criminal organization found her and she fled through the sewers. At the moment Shia was giving Myu a bath and Hajime had arrived with food. Here Myu. Thank you. Hajime gave Myu some dumplings. Hajime talked with Shia about what they should do and they decided that turning her over to the guild would be the best choice. Myu hearing this spoke up. No, Myu wants to stay with Oni-chan and Oni-chan. She cried and squirmed. They took her away, and on the way she did everything. She scratched, pinched and even said she would hate them if they did that. But Hajime thought it would be dangerous to take Myu on their travels and Shia agreed. They handed Myu over to the guild and she with tears in her eyes asks. Oni-chan, do you hate Myu? Hajime felt a sorrow in his heart at those words, but continued walking away. When they were 3 blocks away. Kabom, an explosion was heard from where they were just now. Myu. They ran in the direction of the explosion and there the guards who were going to take care of Myu were dead. Hajime found a note on the ground and read it. If you want the little girl back, bring the girl from the rabbit tribe. Hajime read the note and crushed it. At this moment he decided to destroy this organization. Filled circle. Myu was in a dome with water and was going to auction soon. At the moment she had several thoughts. Why didn't the Oni-chans want to stay with me? Did I do something wrong? I shouldn't have said I hated them. I hit them too. I wish I could apologize, but there's no way. What will they do to me? I just want to stay with the Oni-chans and go back to my mother. I promise that if I meet them again I'll be a good girl. She had started to shed tears, and at that moment the leader of the organization knocked on the dome glass. Hey, you, stop sleeping. The man thought Myu was sleeping, but she was cowering in fear. He kept hitting the glass to scare her and Myu kept crying. Prick, get away from her, trash. The glass ceiling broke and Hajime appeared. He threw the arrogant man into the wall and broke the dome that Myu was trapped in. Hajime picked Myu up on his lap. Are you okay, Myu, Oni-chan? She hugged him happily and shed tears of joy. The leader of the organization then spoke startled. Impossible. The guards were outside. Hajime just spoke. They're all dead. The man opened the door and saw all his guards dead. He fell on his butt on the floor scared. No. That's not possible. Hajime just ignored him and started to climb into the sky with aerodynamics. He reached an opening where he could see the entire city. Hajime stood there looking at the view of the city and put Myu on his shoulders and spoke. Myu. Get ready for the fireworks. Huh? Myu tilted her head in confusion, then. Boom. Several explosions bounced off several houses in the city. These houses were bases of the criminal organization. Myu hugged Hajime in fright and spoke. Oni-chan. Fireworks are scary. Hajime stroked her head to calm her down and returned to the ground. Shia was there and seemed happy to see Myu. Myu, Oni-chan. They hugged each other happily. Filled circle. That was all. Hajime finished telling the story to the group. The entire organization was destroyed. Yes. We have freed the demi-human who were captured as well. They will be sent back to the Haltina forest. Unlike in the Empire, in the kingdom they were not allowed to buy or sell slaves. So they would only return the demi-human to their home. I see. You'd better warn Ilwa-san about that. I agree. Hajime and Rimuru agreed and went to talk to Ilwa. They recounted the events and Ilwa spoke. There were several buildings destroyed, but the kingdom was wanting to oust this criminal organization and we have it. So I guess it won't be a problem. Ilwa spoke half worried about all the paperwork that would come in the next few days. Hajime and Rimuru looked pleased and Rimuru muttered, "That's good." Ilwa then continued. About the little girl from the Sea Dwellers. I will assign an escort mission for her. Would you like to accept the request? The group looked at Hajime and Rimuru. Rimuru seemed to have no objections. Myu, who was standing next to Hajime, hugged him when she heard Ilwa's question. Hajime patted his back and replied, "Yes." Hajime answered without hesitation. He didn't want to leave Myu alone anymore. Myu was happy about this and hugged him even tighter. Shia took Myu on her lap and spoke. "Did you hear that? Myu-chan? You'll be able to stay with us, isn't that great?" "Yes, Shia Oni-chan." Hajime then introduced the rest of the group. "Are you guys Oni-chan's friends?" "Yes, that's right." Everyone agreed and Hajime introduced Yu as his beloved. "Are you Oni-chan's girlfriend?" "Yes." Myu looked a little shy with Yu. Then Yu came closer and stroked her head. She said, "You worked hard, Myu." And Myu hugged her. It was really easy for them to relate. They were walking back to the inn when, "Oni-chan, where are we going?" "Let's go to a place where we can spend the night. By the way, Myu, could you stop with the Oni-chan thing? Call me Hajime. Then I'll call you Papa." Everyone was surprised at the name she spoke. Hajime thought it might be a misunderstanding and spoke, "Myu. Maybe that word means, Hajime, in your language." Myu denied with her head and spoke, "No, Papa is Papa. Mayu's Papa was gone when Myu was a baby. So Oni-chan is my new Papa." Hajime tried to convince her to hand call him that, but it didn't work. So Hajime became Papa.